Hello everybody, happy Friday. Danny Shay here. Thank you for joining on this Ramblin' Friday afternoon. Well, that's Friday morning, but by the time I get done, it'll be Friday afternoon. Thank you for joining in. And again, thank you for liking and subscribing. Appreciate it. And the comments, oh my gosh. Comments are great. I read them all. Getting back to me not like clicking the little acknowledgement. If you put a question in there, I'm not going to click the acknowledgement just because I want to save it. And it makes it easier for me to look back and go, oh yeah, question. That's what we're going to do. I am going to continue, and I hope to get through most of them, the one and dones for the political election. So I did Josh Hawley yesterday, and I got this, it was weird because I was going, what is going on with this? It wasn't clear to me, except the last reading where I put them both together. And it did seem, it still wasn't 100% clear in my mind about it. Josh Hawley got the heartbreak card. And Lucas Coons, I had to remember his name, he got phenomenally good cards. But there is still something about this. And then somebody commented, and they said, because I was thinking maybe, Jack Smith was going to get Hawley ensnared in a legal mess. And somebody said, didn't Josh Hawley go to Russia with that group of senators, Republican senators? There's so much stuff being thrown up against the wall. It's hard to keep all this stuff in line, and it's just tough. Anyway, so yeah. So thank you for the comments. They spark things. So getting back to that before we get into the energy, I think the way, and I'm going to re-look at this again just because it's my hillbilly family. And lots of people from Missouri are watching. Woohoo! Hello, Missouri. Some people go misery. Come on now. Come on. Some people say Missouri. Missouri. It seems like the city folks say Missouri and the country folks say Missouri. And a squirrel moment. In the news cycle, I think somebody was talking about Kamala Harris flipping accents to play to her crowd. I'm like, oh my God. You put me back into Missouri? Yeah. So right now I'll say Missouri because I'm in California. You put me back into with my hillbilly family. Oh my gosh. It's probably 15 minutes before I have my accent back. Maybe. And there's this one guy, a friend of mine down there, and it's immediate. As soon as I see him, as soon as I start talking to him, I'm talking like he is. And he's Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Let's get into it a little bit with the energy that we're feeling. The three cards that I pulled, and here's something that was really interesting. I'll tell you later. The life force energy, the stepping through in transformation. And this morning, I got down into my garden and I'm like talking to the four directions with the sky people and Mother Earth and me in the middle. And I see this thing in the corner of my eye, and it looks like it's a baby dragonfly. It's a little elemental, reminding me of the transformation. And I'm like, okay, all right. I don't know what the hell that means, but I go in to make coffee today. It's like I've never made a cup of coffee in my life. I do a pour over thing, I put the coffee in, and half the coffee grounds go into the bottom of the bowl, and it's just, I'm spilling everything everywhere. And mind you, this is before I've had any coffee. I'm about ready to, like, explode. I didn't get mad. I didn't get upset. I go, well, just change it out. I'm like, it's that transformational energy that's rolling through. That was a big, long ramble, wasn't it? So we are getting to a new awareness, a new place of higher consciousness. And it's sometimes we have the pyramid upside down, and we think we're going to the top, but that's the lower level. Oh, somebody agrees with me. Let me turn this off. Okay, off. All right, let's get into some of the news. Oh my gosh. Before we do, prayers. Prayers out to Georgia. Unbelievable. So, right now we send prayers, and in November we vote. Let's change this. Everybody that I talk to, even my Republican hillbilly brother in Missouri, they want common sense gun laws. It's just, this is stupid. You can't send your kid to school? Oh, yeah. Anyway, the father was charged. That's good. So this kid was 14 years old, and he got his father's gun. I'm not sure if this is real, that's accurate or not. But his father was charged with allowing his son to have this gun. But the 14-year-old is being tried as an adult. Why is that? Well, I don't get it. How can he be tried as an adult? I mean, we are growing up a lot faster, but why have the law? It makes my head smoke, so I'm not even going to think about that. Okay, getting back to the prayers. Russia, Israel, Sudan, all these wars that are going on. I looked it up. You know how many wars are going on in the world today? According to this one site, I didn't really dig into it too much, 110 armed conflicts, i.e. wars. Some of these conflicts have been going on for 50 years. Some are only lasting, a couple of months. 50 years, some of these conflicts. So let's just send some prayers out too while we're here. As we're shifting our awareness to a higher level of consciousness, to the creator source consciousness. What do we want to create? Let's create a world where there is no war. Just imagine. Thank you, John Lennon. Just imagine. Yeah. And then we go, oh, we can't do that. And then we flip the pyramid over and we go to the point of lower level consciousness. Flip the pyramid back to anything is possible. All of that is possible. Okay. Speaking of transitions we want, Oregon had an experiment of decriminalizing drug use. I'm not 100% clear on the law, but it was an experiment. and it failed. And the reason it failed was that they didn't have the programs in place to keep people off of the hard drugs. So laws won't do it, but programs can. You know, AA can. 12-step program can. So they just didn't have the funds in place. So let's get that old pyramid out again. Let's imagine that as we move in through this portal energy. All right. What else do we got in the news? This is rambling. I be rambling. Oh my gosh. Do you remember Dieselgate? Do you remember that? Where the CEO of Volkswagen fudged the EPA numbers on their little diesel engines and he got sued? Well, the criminal trial is starting. And you're going, what? That was, what, 9 years? 9 years? It seems longer. And then we think about, how come Trump isn't held accountable? How come Volkswagen wasn't held accountable? 9 years. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. All right. I'm looking at my notes here. I talked about Hawley, Missouri notes. Okay. Oh, speaking of Missouri, Kansas City. Got some things going on with Kansas City. Monday, I'm going to be doing a show with Terry Hold Your Space. She's from Kansas City. I wonder, do you think she was rooting for the Chiefs? Is she a football watcher? You know, there could be closet football watchers out there. No, I'm not watching football. And then they secretly watch it. She may be a secret Kansas City Yeah, I could ask Psychic Duck. Say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Psychic Duck had some things to say about Josh Hawley. They weren't very flattering, let me tell you. All right, so what else we got? So all you football fans, Kansas City. Oh, and spoiler alert, you can fast forward this a little bit. The last second of the game, it was won by a toe. This is what drives my wife nuts about the Olympics. 400 tenths of a second decides a winner or a loser. She goes nuts over that. She can't stand it. Anyway, the DOJ is giving $10 million in reward to find information on the defendant's location on their malicious cyber activity to interfere with our elections. These are coming from Russia. So there was like 6 right-wing podcasters that they said are following this misinformation. So one of the right-wing guys goes, oh my gosh, I was duped. Okay, I think that we should, and he like did this little 180-degree flip. He was just making fun. Let's see if, that guy gets it. Is there a name on here? Did I write a name down? Yeah, I didn't. Anyway, let's just do a quick read, 17 minutes in. Are any of these podcasters that were duped, are they going to get caught up in this DOJ investigation? So the DOJ is indicting some Russian media, and but they're not indicting any of the right-wing podcasters, because I think that's going to be a lot harder. So let's just pull 3 cards. Let's pull 3 cards. Right-wing podcasters, are they going to get caught up in this DOJ indictment of Russia media disinformation? Oh. We have the 8 of Wands with news coming fast. There is a decision that needs to be made, and it will be made over time, and it involves the world. That guy's holding the world in his hand. And then the last card I got, it's the King of Cups. Calming information. I'm going to keep going with this just to try to get some clarity on this King of Cups. I see yes with this. Let me drop this down and you can see what I'm looking at. So, news fast. There's some kind of decision being made in the King of Cups. Calming energy. Joe Biden card. Not to say that this Joe Biden card is it's not Joe Biden's DOJ as Trump says, but he did pick Merrick Garland. They're looking at this stuff. There's a lot of review. We're talking about the podcasters. So there's a lot of review going on here. And there's a celebration. And the final outcome I got is the Devil card. Now this is Mr. Pumpkinhead's energy as well, but this is the addiction to the Russian state media information that these guys are getting. I'm still not seeing, like, is there jail or anything. I'm going to use Libby's cards for some clarity on this. It just shows just that they're tied to these outlets. And all these guys, these podcasters, maybe I need to switch sides here. These podcasters are getting like $400,000. What was it, a month? One guy was getting $100,000 for a podcast. Hey, Joe, what am I, chopped liver? Come on. Throw a psychic a bone. $400,000 a month. Or was it a week? I don't know. It shocked me. Yikes. All right. All right. What is going on? So a little clarity. Is the DOJ... I'm looking at this 2 of Wands when I said the DOJ. They are looking at this. They are looking at the world implications. Is the DOJ going to get these podcasters? And you know it's just going to be an S show, right? If the DOJ went after the podcasters, oh my God, you know, you're stifling speech, you're shutting down, blah, 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 blah. Let's just see, is the DOJ going to go after them? Are they going to get them? You know, and it's always about the money. Always about the money. And that's where the DOJ can get them. Taxes or something? Money laundering? It's not going to be on free speech. Oh, they're going to be mad. They're going to be outed. All right, this is what I got with Libby's cards. What's going to be going on with them? Is the DOJ going to get them or what? Mad. Out. See ya. And then it's all about love. It's all about doing the right thing. It's not about this guy. It's about this guy. So, yeah. If they are spouting the higher consciousness, they're good. But if they're inciting fear and violence and low level energy, they're gone. All right. Cool. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Hunter Biden, that kind of shocked me. Did that shock you guys? Kind of shocked me. So he pled guilty to tax fraud, and his lawyers were trying to get him to plead guilty, but what they said was he's not admitting to guilt. He's admitting that the prosecution has enough evidence that he'll probably be convicted of guilt. And the judge said, no, that ain't gonna fly. And then Hunter Biden goes, then I'm guilty. I'm just guilty. And he goes, I don't want to put my family through it. The interesting thing to this is, well, number one, he takes accountability. And again, this goes back to his drug use, not as an excuse, but we don't have enough treatment programs for that. Now, he's got enough money. He could get enough treatment for it, but still. Think of Matthew Perry. He had enough money. He could have gotten treatment. But, you surround yourself with the wrong kind of people. And anyway. So, Hunter Biden. He has 2 sentencing dates. One, December 16th. That was the one that he just pled guilty for, the tax fraud. Well, that's past the election. The other one is November 13th. Now, past the election. Now, Joe Biden has said, his dad said, I'm not going to pardon him. Really? Psychic Duck, you want to get in on this one? He said no. He doesn't get in between family squabbles. Chicken, duck. All right. Let's take a look. Is Joe Biden going to pardon his son? Is Joe Biden going to pardon his son? We're going to take this out to November 13th. Is Joe Biden going to pardon his son? Is Joe Biden going to pardon his son? Let me ask another question. Psychic Duck goes, ask this one first. Is this November 13th date going to be pushed back a little bit? Is the first sentencing date going to be pushed back? Trump is always trying to push his dates back. Is Hunter Biden going to push back his dates? Ooh. Is he going to push back? The 3 cards I got. It's the 7 of Swords being stabbed in the back with new information coming. This Page of Pentacles. Are they going to try to come up with some more evidence that he was... Help me out. I'm going to use Libby's cards for a little clarity on this. What I'm getting with just these 3 cards is that there may be some evidence that was presented or something where they can say, yeah, we need We need something new. But that Ten of the Swords, he's stuck. He's stuck in the ground. Rider Waite, he's not flying like some other Ten of Swords decks I have, where they're walking away from this. He's stuck. Let's see. Money, honey. Large sum of money, honey. Health. Oh. So, money, large, health. Okay. Huge. Just not large, it's huge. Hang on one sec. Okay, so I had to see which date was for which. The November 13th is for the gun felony charges. It feels like, and he can, because it's the first time, he may just get, community service and have to pay a huge fine. But this health issue, so, okay. Right now, it feels like he could get away by saying something health issue. Just push the sentencing off a little bit. But it looks like it's just going to be a big fine. Is this health issue going to delay the sentencing? Is this health issue going to delay the sentencing? It's going to be home confinement. How about this pentacle? Okay. Yeah, okay, so here's what I did. I pulled some clarifiers on the pentacles, because that's the one that says yet a new beginning. So maybe it is going to be something, it's not. The ruling is going to be final, and it's going to be small and insignificant in that it's going to be just money, and a lot of money. But this health card, the 3 cards I got on this, was it's going to be home confinement. But what's this evil energy? I mean, we can keep going down this rabbit hole. And what I'm getting from it, Psychic Duck just says I'm right, that it's going to be the podcasters and the right-wing media that's just going to go BS on it. They're just going to have a field day on it. But does it matter? It's after the election. So no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So now let's look at, will Joe Biden, what's the word? I just lost it. Will Joe Biden pardon his son? 3 cards. Let's be a little clearer, please, if you could. Don't take me down the rabbit hole. Psychic Duck goes, well, then use your damn pendulum. You got all the tools, dude. Psychic Duck is cranky today. All right. Okie dokie. Will Joe Biden pardon his son before he leaves office? Will Joe Biden pardon his son before he leaves office? I've always, when I tap into this, I get that he goes to jail a little bit and then towards the end of the, after all the certification, after the votes are counted, after there is no riot against the Capitol than he does. So I get him, I sense that he's going to be in jail for a little bit. And the protection's going to be crazy. Good, crazy good. Is Joe Biden going to pardon his son before he leaves office? Yes. Thank you for being clear. New beginning. The Hierophant, the government, he gets to do it. That's his right to pardon whoever he wants. Look who Trump pardoned, for God's sakes. And one of the guys that Trump pardoned went out and killed somebody. And I'm thinking, hey, Dukakis, Swiftboat, Dukakis, those same guys. Okay. Slow moving night that does get things accomplished, but it takes some time. You can't do it right away. I think yes. So thank you for that. And does he deserve to be in prison? No. According to me. According to Psychic Duck. According to my hillbilly brother. Oh, hell no. Throw away the key. I think my brother may be one that's listening to those Russian podcasts. Oh no. Is the DOJ going to go after him? Got to be careful. All right. We had this whole Donald Trump thing. It's too much news for me. And I know you guys agree with this. Are we falling into the same playbook, giving him free press all the time? I think we are. So Trump is pleading not guilty in his election interference case. Tanya Chutkin, yikes, she was having none of it. Let me tell you, she is not your Florida judge. No, ma'am. Oh my gosh. So I want to look, will we get any news from Jack Smith before the election? Oh my gosh, reading what she wrote, it was so brilliant. It was such a smackdown. Pumpkinhead's attorneys are saying, this important time in history, and the judge goes, are you talking about the election? I'm talking about 4 criminal indictments. I'm not talking about the election. The only better thing would be, are you talking about your client, the convicted felon? I'm talking about adding more felonies to that rap sheet. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm not a judge. Because I would have blown it. She was good. She's good. Yay! Thank you for being who you are. All right. Will we get any news from Jack Smith before the elections? Will we get any news from Jack Smith? Did you hear me shuffle? Moving on to calmer waters. Yes. Going back to a simpler time, to a past. Well, I'm just going to say yes with this card. Moving on from the chaotic waters that we have found ourselves in and going back to a simpler time where the rule of law actually meant something, I say yes. I say we are going to get some information. And Pumpkinhead was in court again on a different thing, on the E. Jean Carroll thing. And I go, what? I thought that was done. No, it's not done. He's appealing it. Can't we go back to a simpler time? Can't we get away from this craziness? This rough water? Anyway, so yeah, he's appealing it to the 11th Circuit, I think, and then he came out and disparaged women again. I read that on the AP. I didn't see it anywhere. But it just seems like, I don't know, it just seems like we're getting too much news. And it feels like, too, that Trump can't string a sentence together. It's just word salad. And he's got J.D. Vance out there being his little bulldog. And it's like they're not bringing on any new people. They're just bringing on more MAGA males. Certainly not the women. Not the way he talks with the Eugene Carroll case. He comes out of the courthouse in front of the tower and starts, bad-mouthing the case. What was the case about? It was sex abuse. Some people would say rape. Many millions, many millions of people would say that. Not just one, but many would say the R word, not the SA word, sex abuse. Hello, Lizzie. Got a little Lizzie sitting on a rock outside my window, and he's doing push-ups. I'm king of this rock. I'm king of this rock. He's going up and down to the song of the Doors. Y'all remember that band, don't you? All right, word salad. I don't know. Who has bigger word salad, me or Trump? I don't know. Shh. Psychic duck. He's really cranky today, I told you. Yikes. All right. Let's wrap this up. I want to look at Trump's health for the debate. Trump's health for the debate this month. What do we got? Thank you all for being with me on this Ramblin' day. Thank you, Lizzie, for being outside my window. And the little elemental that flew in front of my face this morning. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, and now he moved over to a log, and he's still showing how powerful he is. Hey, before I end this video, so after this, I am going to go over that levels of consciousness with a pendulum. So you can stick around for that if you want. Or I could do a one and done. Maybe I'll do both. All right. Trump's health before the debate. September 10th is the debate. September 10th. Oh, that feels like a good day. Somebody's special day. Who's that? Who's that? Well, I think it's Linda Sandoval always says happy birthday to everyone who's having a birthday today. I think it's her. I will be corrected if I'm wrong. And I hope they're nice in the correction, not like Psychic Duck today. All right, Trump's health. Trump's health. I am going to tap the deck with the rose quartz. Not that we want any harm to come to anyone. Come on now. Come on, higher level of consciousness. My wife goes, can't he just stroke out? Do you all remember the Welcome to the Monkey Wrench? It was a book by, I think, Albee wrote it, I think. I read it when I was living in Flagstaff, Arizona. And it was all about an environmentalist gang who would like put Caro syrup in the engines of these big earth movers. And it was all talking about the Glen Canyon Dam that dammed up, the Grand Canyon. And there's a lot of beautiful places that they flooded. And a lot of indigenous sites that they flooded. And so there was one Marine that went to the Vietnam, and he came back, and he was kind of radical. And he got on the Glen Canyon Dam, and he gets down on his knees. And he's not a religious guy. He gets down on his knees, and he goes, "Please, God, just one precision type earthquake, just one precision earthquake right here, right on this dam before they flood the canyon." I thought that was so funny. One precision stroke right here. That's what my wife says. She's lower level consciousness. Me, I'm kind of with her. Anyway, here we go. Oof. See what I get? That's. Oh, I need to clean my energy. I got bad energy. Okay. For entertainment only. Just joking around. Entertainment only. And if my wife hears me talking about her like that, I'm in big trouble. Psychic Doug goes, "If she'd listen, I'd tell." Okay, here we go. Donald Trump's health. What is going on with Donald Trump's health for the debate? His word salad that he's saying, it's like it makes no sense at all. What was the card that I flipped over? Queen of Swords. That was at the top of the deck, and I put it at the bottom. I do that a lot. This is Kamala Harris. This is her just laying into him. Or having the ability to be clear, concise, slice them up, keep them on track. We have the Judgment card. Donald Trump's health. It's being challenged by the Two of Cups. Doesn't that look like a medical card? Or asking about his health. Something's going to come up. Something's not quite right. I wonder what the moon cycle is on that 10th. And the past is a celebration. 5 of Pentacles up at the top. Not good. Ace. Oh. He in trouble. He in trouble. Let me drop this down. Y'all can see what I got. Okay. I'm going to point things out. This was the first card that I flipped over, put it at the bottom of the deck. So we have Judgment, Two of Cups, the Moon, the Four of Wands, the celebration in the past. He thinks everything's good. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles up at the top. This is not, you look at this card, these people are beat up. They are not healthy. They're cold. They're limping. They need crutches. He's got a bandage on his head. This is my morally bankrupt card as well. And then in the potential near future with his health issue, you have the Ace of Swords, a new truth coming out. Something that's going to show up in this debate that may show that he needs to get medical attention. There is going to be some judgments that are made about how fit he is to serve. Internally, he's going to be battling. Who's he going to be battling? Oh yeah, this woman here, the Queen of Swords, the prosecutor. And externally, he's going to be defending himself in this card here. But the external one is he's going to be creating chaos. And this is him even with the mic off in the background going blah, 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 blah. And I'm wondering if Kamala Harris is going to go, oh, hell no. I hear you mumble and stop. Yeah, I can mumble, my mic's off. And then we get the Hermit card. In the hopes and fears. The hopes and fears is that he can maintain this by himself, but there is going to be a light shown on his medical situation. At the top of the reading is the King of Swords. This to me is just the ultimate truth that is coming. It's coming. He's riding in as a winner, the Six of Swords. But there's a new beginning with this Death card. And it goes back to his delusion of, okay, I'm going to lift this up, his delusion of he's always going to win. He's going to get back into the White House. False statement. I'm okay. I got this. My word salad makes a lot of sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. Let's look at the base of it. Besides the Queen of Swords, we have, but this is what some people say is the Apprentice card. Hard at work. Doing things. Oh, the Apprentice movie may be coming out. It's coming out in limited release in October, I think, but not to wide releases. Interesting. Interesting. So one of the distributors is setting up a kickstarting fund to get some money to put it in more theaters. All right, we have the Magician, which is, it's the Trump card flipping things around. Look over here while he does this. I'm perfectly healthy. Look at this. We have the King of Cups. Joe Biden did the right thing by stepping aside, by moving on, and that's what the Magician should be doing, is following Joe Biden's lead and moving on. He is going to be so restricted in his ability to move, and there's a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. This card grabbed my eye because it was the next one. The Emperor, the Rule, Democratic card, the Heavy Burden. Our government is going to be okay. We have a hard road to go. Vote, vote, vote. Some people are getting their ballots already. So make sure you're registered to vote. Go to vote.org. Make sure you're in there. And what was the last? Oh, yeah, but it's going to be a hard road. But we are going to prevail. Democracy is going to prevail. It's going to be strong. However, it's like a lot of work, a lot of back and forth. How's his health? Ouch. Ouch. Now, this isn't a physical, and I don't want to wish that on anybody. But he's he needs to do something different. He needs to go in church and pray. Because this is coming. A new beginning, a new birth, a new truth. This is all health related. All right, that's it. Ramblin'. We is done. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Friday Ramblin'. Peace and love.